Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything. Whoa, I gotta adjust something. I noticed that my stream is set at 60 frames. We gotta fix that. Yeah, I don't want any stuttering or anything like that. I'm streaming Star Citizen, so by changing it to 30 frames, my streaming software should run smoother. So hang on just a second. Let me restart this. Alright, we are back. What I am doing now is, okay, got monitor capture, I'm going to turn that off. We've got slideshow on, I'm going to turn that off. Let's turn on the Star Citizen, and yeah, alright. So we're loading up, whoa, yeah. Okay, we're loading up. It's going to take a few minutes for everything to load up because it takes a few minutes to load up. So there. Now, let me go ahead and stir my coffee. I just made some coffee, and I haven't stirred it up yet. I made some instant coffee, you know, cream and sugar and water and coffee and heat and a spoon and a cup. Okay. Sounds like we're waking up. Let's see. Maybe we're not. Maybe I haven't clicked on Star Citizen. I think I have, so we'll see. My FPS counter is still showing. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So I don't know. You can't see behind me because of the way I've got the camera angle, but over there on the right I got some shelves finished. I have it set on best, I think, and my FPS is not doing well. It's doing okay. But see, I like to preemptively strike my FPS before we get going too deep into the game. Why'd I open Mobiglass? What the heck? Don't need to open Mobiglass. What I need to do is exit to the menu. And what I've noticed is Australia gets me the best FPS at this hour of the night. It's almost 1 o'clock. It's almost 1 a.m. Okay, well, while that's doing its thing, what I'm going to do over here, where's my mouse pointer? There it is. There we go. Yeah, looks like it's streaming good over there. Perfecto. Looks like we're back in. What's going on? Yeah, we're back in the menu, and I have it on best. Let's take it off of best. Let's go to Oz. Wizard of Oz. Have you seen the Wizard of Oz? It's kind of funny, but kind of stupid at the same time. But that's, I guess that's what makes it funny. You should check it out if you haven't seen The Wizard of Oz. Oz. Australia. Yeah, so I've decided to go ahead, and I know you guys don't care about any of this because you're here for Star Citizen, but I'm going to go ahead and, whoa. Ooh, you can't see all that. Yeah, but I've got some 28mm Napoleonic figures that I've just started collecting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 15mm Napoleonic figures and sell them. Okay, so we're going to check and see if bringing up Australia improves the FPS. I had 14 FPS in the best server, which I don't know which server that dropped me on. It might have dropped me on the Australian server.
Alrighty.
Let's get our butt up and let's see what kind of FPS we have. Not looking good right there in the end of the bed, but we'll see. 14 still. It's kind of like locked in at 14. Ah, went to 15. I'll be happy with 15. Let's just move on. Yeah, if you guys are watching in the stream, you can chat in either YouTube, live YouTube, or Twitch. Feel free to drop me a message. If not, you can just watch the stream. I don't really know what I'm going to do tonight. I just know that I wanted to get back in the game, touch the game a little bit, mess around with it a little bit. I don't remember it saying Port Olisar down there, but then again, got some post-it notes. If you haven't noticed, I've progressed. I'm at 143,000. I'm actually starting to think that I want to carry the Connie and use it as a cargo transport. Just because I was running out of room in the Cutlass, right? So we're going to see if I can do that. I've had some problems in the past bringing the Connie out. So we'll see.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Word. Niner. So what I plan to do is look out the window and see if I've got doors and turrets and stuff. Nope. I don't have doors. See, look right there, no door. No turret, no elevator. See, that's some bull crap. You notice there was a Consolidated Outlines commercial playing right here. Oh well, I guess it's Cutlass action it is. Really? I guess we are going with the Cutlass. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I didn't look. What landing pad? I don't care. Oh, I don't. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. I do need. Am I gonna buy cargo? Let's see what. Let's see what's. Whoa, my FPS dropped way down. Okay. I was gonna say, let's see what's good. I don't have anything. Okay. Let's see if I wanted to buy something. Look at these prices. Oh my gosh, these prices are high. I ain't buying anything on this planet. Or this space station. This is a space station. It's got some excessively high prices. Word. Alright, we are going to make it over to the Cutlass. We're going to do the Cutlass section. And we are going to... if you got any suggestions, you can always drop it in the chat. And I'll take it under advisement. Right now, I think I'm going to do some Moby-Glass missions, if there are any available that I haven't taken yet. Could go exploring on a distant planet. Or moon, I should say. I just can't go to planets. And how's everybody doing this evening in chat? If you want to be quiet, that's fine. Just want to lurk. that's all good. That's why we got low FPS, because that sucker right there. I should just go over there and hit self-destruct. But most likely it's locked. It won't let me in. Dark. Not so dark. Okay. My guy's struggling. He's sucking. He's really sucking. A Marine should last a little bit longer than that on the pace that I'm going. Okay, we're going to try the mobiglass first. I'm going to see if there's any kind of missions. Missing a person's case. Search for missing crew. We're going to do that one. We're going to accept that contract. I'm going to power my thing up. Or my ship. I'm not going to power my thing up. Take off. Raise the gear. Of course, it's on selling. So we're going to have to do a slingshot maneuver to get there. Here we go. Cryba Ascabro. Is it? All right, we are going to set the second half of our slingshot maneuver. You don't like my button pushing? Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. We're going to Cellin. I rarely go to Cellin because of this reason. You got to go around the planet to get there. Derelict site is right on the horizon, so that's pretty cool. So I should be able to jump. Hey Daniel, man, what's going on? How you doing this evening? We are going to the derelict site. Cruising in on the planet. All right, we are just flying in. Yeah, I got my Albion Triumphant book in a couple days ago. This is a scenarios and campaign rules for Black Powder, which is a miniature game, and for the Napoleonic period. They have two of these books. They have the two Albion Triumphant. This is volume 2. One is the Peninsula campaign. 2 is the Waterloo campaign. So they have others, but that's the one I wanted to get. And then right now I've got a unit of French line that I'm working on. I've got them all based. Well, I've got them primed. I haven't started painting them yet. And then over here I've got a French and a British pack of colonels for my units, units, and then or I guess brigades. And then I've got a troop of British line infantry for Napoleonic for the Waterloo campaign. And I've also ordered Hey, we're getting close, 128. I also ordered a Waterloo starter set, which I've noticed the reason why I ordered the black powder starter set for Waterloo was because it has 5 units in it. And when I went to price those units out, because I was going to get those units anyway, I was picking and choosing units on the website. I was like, yeah, I want this unit, I want this unit, I want this unit. And I noticed that my picking and choosing was starting to get pretty expensive. I had already gotten it up to like $200, and I didn't want to spend $200. So I said, okay, let's trim this. Each unit costs about $30, and you get about 24 to 30 figures. Well, the box set has 5 units in it, and so I'm like, okay, that's pretty good, 5 units. So that's going to be, what is that going to be, about $150? No, it's actually was only $112. That's a huge savings. That was like almost 30% off. And then they gave me a free box of Romans for my Hail Caesar armies. So I made out like a fat cat. So why did you upload your recent? What are you talking about? Why did I or why didn't I? Yeah, I did. I just recently uploaded the priming video. Because and if you're curious, if you don't really know anything about my channel, my focus is miniature gaming. The Star Citizen is my I don't know, my live streaming. I guess my live streaming would be Star Citizen, where like YouTube videos that I upload are usually about some kind of model building, painting, terrain building, anything. And I started a tutorial series on exactly what to do from start to finish, and I've only gotten through 4 videos now. I'm anticipating it taking about 10 videos, the whole tutorial. The next video is going to be selecting your paints. Which I was contemplating tonight whether or not yeah, that's all right. I was actually contemplating this evening whether or not I was going to film the paint video or if I was going to stream Star Citizen. And I decided it's been a couple of days since I've streamed. I probably should get back into it, even though there's nothing really changed in the game. It's just to stay in touch with my community, like you, Daniel, and others. All right, Daniel. Yeah, Star Citizen's live streaming. Now we played a game of Black Powder not Wednesday. Ooh, I'm about to hit the ground. We played a game of Black Powder. What was it? Sunday afternoon? Yeah, we played it Sunday afternoon. About halfway through, I thought about it. And I said, you know what? I should have turned my webcam on, and I should have live streamed it. That would have been cool. But we were already halfway done, and I said, okay, maybe we shouldn't. Yeah, I see some red lights and stuff like that, and I see rocks and stuff, so that might be too low to the ground. I hate doing any kind of searching at night. Let's make sure I turn my lights on. There we go. That's not what I want to do. And there we go. And yes, I'm going at a snail's pace because I don't want to run into any rocks. And it's hard to find people that are in this missing person. Yeah, I've been a miniature gamer since the 70s. I play a lot of World War II miniatures, a lot of like tanks and infantry, and I also do a lot of Napoleonic miniatures, and I do some Romans and Carthaginians and what I guess is German barbarians and stuff like that in the ancient Roman era, you know, the Hail Caesar. There's a lot of different game systems that I play. I play sci-fi miniatures like Warhammer and Warhammer 40K and stuff like that. But I don't play those anymore. Pretty much got sick and tired of those. Here's my landing. Let's go see if we can't find some of these peoples. Wonder, am I going to be able to get back inside that ship? Yeah, I don't know. Let's turn my headlight on. There we go. Yeah, but not really super in depth. I do a lot of military wargaming, so I learn history through gaming. Hey, there's one dude. Well, I found the security officer. Is there a way in here? Aha. I haven't done any. I don't do reenacting. Am I teleporting around? What's going on? Okay. Yeah. How did I get out that far? I used to play in the SCA for a long time, but that's not really reenacting. That's kind of like a living history. But when it comes to miniature gaming, there's rules. We use rule sets, and we stay within the rules of whatever games they are. I'm going to pick up this stuff as I look for these guys. And there's scenarios that say, like, this is where you set up, and this is the objective, you know, and it's up to the guys moving the miniatures to come up with the tactics that work for them. They win or lose. You know, it's a possibility you win, it's a possibility you lose. Like last night, Sunday night, we played a game of Black Powder, and it was American War of Independence. So Fredo and we played the Americans, Benedict Arnold and his troops, in a battle called the Battle of Freeman's Farm. Ooh. And Mike and Adam played the British, and they killed us. They stomped us. We lost horrible. It was like it was a rout. They destroyed us. Now I could leave the hatch open, and that way I could put it into the back of the ship. I'm not sure if I can get into the back of the ship, to be honest. The way I parked, if I can't get back into the ship, I'm going to be sucking. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to... We're about to find out. If I have to see how it's sitting so far off the ground. Yeah, I'm sucking. So here, let's do this. Aha! We're going to move the ship a little bit. Make sure my... Or no, never mind. I'll just leave it like that. I can get in. I was going to move the ship. I said, nah, never mind. I'll just use a cargo box to help me get up there. Let's go see if we can't find some more of these crew members. I probably should have parked a little closer. Yeah, you can modify them. You don't just... Yeah, you... Different... Based on how the dice roll, you know, will determine who wins. Just like, imagine Risk, you know, you don't... Yeah, every player's trying to win. Is that a person? That is a person. I didn't see him before. No, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. That didn't go very far. Okay. Yeah, like hypothetically, if we play the Battle of Waterloo, right, then some players will, because we're going to go to a convention in Nashville called NashCon in June, and we're going to have people playing both the British and some people playing the French, right? And the guys playing the French, if they want to go to the left, they can move to the left. If the French want to go to the right, they can go to the right. And then the guys playing the British, if they want to defend, you know, like all across the line, they can. If they want to occupy the buildings or whatever, they can do that. If they want to, you know, so it's up to the individual players to decide what they want to do, and then let the dice roll and land where they may, you know. So each unit will have a certain type of like combat value and stuff like that, and hand-to-hand and shooting and stuff like that, and you just got to try to figure out the results, and that's usually based on the rule system you're using. And I would say World War II, probably the whole Battle of the Bulge kind of thing is probably my favorite. What do you call it? Favorite battle. But also I'm intrigued with the thought process that goes through generals' minds and how they communicate their orders to troops in the Napoleonic period, because, you know, they didn't have radios, and you got thousands of men across like a giant battlefield, you know, and then you got to tell them what to do, and then they have to, you're not actually, you know, you're not actually there seeing what's going on. They're just following your orders. So, I wonder what that is over there. I'm not going. I ain't doing it. I'm looking for missing crew members. And a little bit of cargo. This is not how you make money. You don't make money by doing these missions. Not once you start getting a lot of money in the game. You can just carry cargo. What the heck is that? I don't recognize it. It's a piece of some ship. Hey, Mad! What's up? How are you? I can be. But, actually I prefer the methodical approach, but that didn't work when it was the colonials against the British the other night. Yeah. This looks like a cutlass. Yeah, the another period one of my friends is really into is World War II Navy. So like battleships and cruisers and destroyers and all that. And he's got a big collection of ships and stuff like that. We play from time to time. We'll play like some naval battles. I find that to be fun, but I'm not really. It doesn't really like draw me in. Not like infantry battles. Hey, there's a crew member. Who are you, sir? All right, so you switched over to Twitcheroonies. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if I can get in there. Let's give that a shot. Burp, jump, burp, jump. Oh, come on. You know you want to. I'm stuck. Okay, come on. Jump, jump. No jumping. Okay, I'm stuck now. Stuck in the bear trap. Okay, it wouldn't let me in. Okay, there's a little bit of laggy delay here going on. That's not letting me jump there. Did I click on this guy? I might not have. Okay, I found the gunner. Yeah, exactly, you know. I don't think there's anything in there anyway. Let's just see how far I can throw this box. Like 2 feet. Okay. Did I click on him? I might not have clicked on him. I'm finding all the crew members. Sweet. Which one was that? Pilot. Interesting. Okay. Am I carrying 2? I'm curious. Or Or do the other boxes disappear? I think I should have parked somewhere in the middle. A lot of interesting boxes. I'm going to have a variety of different cargoes. Carrying one box at a time is going to take forever. But that's alright. I'm enjoying my company. What, I can't throw it? Come on. Okay, nothing in my hand. Okay, cool. I'm moving the ship. Screw it. I'm going to put the ship closer to the center. Thanks, man.
Launch complete.
Launch complete, huh?
Complete. Launch complete. Landing complete.
See, look at it's jumping around.
Launch complete.
So we got some glitching going on. Whoops, going the wrong way. I'm going to park this bad boy closer to the center of the thing. That way you don't have to run so far for all these boxes. Yeah, that's exactly right. Those are all some good thought processes while you're trying not to get wiped out. Really? Really? Am I messing up that bad? What I'm trying to figure out is if I land, is my ramp going to be on the ground?
Landing complete.
Yes, my ramp is going to be on the ground. Looking at my shelves right over here. It really depends on the period that you are interested in, really. Like, yeah, like what time period are you interested in? Because each time period have their own strategies and tactics, you know. And I've got books from like almost every era. There we go. Now we should have no problem. Now let's find some boxes. Actually, I need to take my medicine here. Let me do that real quick. While I'm thinking about it. Yeah, if you're into the Napoleonic period, World War II, naval, air combat, any of those, I have like books for a variety of different genres, strategies, and tactics. Yeah, this looks like the guy that I met first. Okay, perfect. That means my boxes should be like right over here unless they despawned. Which they could have very well did. Or I could also be confused as to where they are. Oh, wait, there they are. I'd have to disagree with that. Alexander was a genius in his time period. But a lot of times technology will change or necessitate change. Now, if you're interested in like Alexander's strategies and stuff, a good book would be considered this one. I'm going to check. Turn my light on. I don't know if that'll help. Warfare in the Classical World. Yeah, it's from the rise of Mazzini to the decline of the Roman Empire. Weapons, warriors, warfare, ancient civilizations, the Greeks. You know, this is a really good book. It gives you like pike formations. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Okay. Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. I just got out of that. Let's go back towards the front of the ship. See if I see any boxes. I say the front. This might actually be the back. But I need the sun to come up. That's what I need. If the sun comes up, it'll be a lot easier to find this stuff. Okay, there he is. One hand in it. One hand in it. I can't wait to get the rifle. Can I pull a rifle out? I can pull a rifle out and throw a box. Nice. I can't wait to get the rifle version of this gun. What's going on with my ship? Okay. Let's catch this thing before it drifts away. And like I said, I'm going to have to disagree with you because Philip never used any kind of reverse slope strategy that that Wellington invented. Because his honor and the way his units fought dictated that they were not on the reverse side of the slope and that they were on the top of the slope or in the front of the slope. Because a reverse slope strategy for Alexander would have been disastrous. But for Wellington it was great because it shielded his guys from artillery, and it also prevented his opponents from seeing the deployment of his troops. I have a friend that I work with that told me he was reading a book just today. He told me he was reading this book about Quatre Bras, which is one of the games we're probably going to run. One of the battles we're probably going to run at NashCon is Quatre Bras, and a couple of the generals on the French side. What is that? I don't know that box. Oh, it's food. Okay, cool. They were talking, and one of the generals said, you know, is that a reverse slope, or is that a reverse slope over there? And I think it was Ney. He said, yeah, that's a reverse slope. And he goes, Wellington, let me see how the wording went. It was pretty much, well, I can't remember the wording, but I can tell you kind of like the gist was, it's amazing that the French army doesn't have to see Wellington to be afraid of Wellington. We just have to see a hill. If we see a hill, we'll be afraid of Wellington. Is that legit? That's not legit. Let's fix that. What? You didn't pick it up. My animations didn't play. There we go. And then it went to one hand. So I can't place it. I have to toss it. That looks good. I think the sun's starting to come up because I'm starting to see. I can see further now, it looks like. Also, you'd never catch Caesar. Actually, that's not true. Caesar would do this. I'm stuck. This battlefield's so messed. This battlefield. This crash site is so messed up. As soon as I look away from the box, it goes one-handed. Yeah, yeah, don't get me wrong, I own a copy of Sun Tzu, and it was a strategic genius. That's not tactics, that's strategy. And Sun Tzu is a strategic book. It's written in vague generalities that would apply to any battle, like you're talking about, any time period, any location, because he didn't write any specifics into that book. It's all vague generalities. I mean, I could write a book and say the sky is a color, and it would be correct on every day, right? Because every day it is a color. And that's Sun Tzu. And I'm not picking that box up. I mean, he says things like, attack your enemy where they're the weakest. Come on now. Duh. You know? I mean, that's ridiculous. Of course you're going to do that. Try to get them to attack you, you know, where you're the strongest. Of course you're going to do that. I mean, it's genius for his time period. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like, people didn't think like that when he wrote that book. So yes, he's a genius for his time period. But I don't find Sun Tzu to be enlightening. You know, I've read it. It just doesn't seem very... it's accurate, but that's because it's not detailed. Now, I used to sword fight. You know, in competitions. And with sword and shield and two-handed sword and great sword and pole arms, and we used to compete full contact. I mean, yeah, and I found that the Musashi book was the Five Rings was more appropriate to actually fighting in a tournament. You know, the Sun Tzu was like, oh really, Sun Tzu, big deal. You know, like, yeah, you know, get him away from his supply lines, of course. But that's all strategy. Sun Tzu is strategy. The Five Rings is more tactical, because he's talking about how you grip your sword, how you look your opponent in the eye, and how do you position your feet. You know, and it's not a detail of put your foot to the left and put your foot to the right. That's not what the book talks about. It's talking about the philosophy of where to put your feet. You know, so I don't know. We could talk about this all night, but but yeah, 5 rings was probably the more beneficial to me. Now, I've got... Hold on. I've got fighting techniques of the medieval world. I've got another book here. Medieval swordsmanship. That was actually a pretty good book right there. Oh, it's not going to go back in because I got my... I've got martial arts in the Renaissance Europe. Medieval combat. Yeah, I used to be... the samurai sword. Yeah, I used to be very, very big into competitive swordsmanship. Not fencing. It's different. We called fencing swishy pokies. And we would say things like, "Come at me, antenna boy." Yeah, you can swing your epee at me, and I'll swing my greatsword, and we'll see who wins. When gunpowder became a big thing, the medieval knights stopped bothering with armor because, you know, the guns would penetrate it so easily. And so it was like it slowed them down, got them tired for no reason, because the guns would just kill them. And when that happened, when the armor stopped being worn, then weapons didn't have to be big, huge, monstrous pieces of steel. They could be little pokey, swishy things, because you didn't have to chop through somebody's armor. So yeah, technology progressed and changed the way people fight, and that's tactics. Strategy is when you move an army over this hill. It depends. It depends. There's a... Maybe I'm talking grand strategy, because there's various levels of strategy. There's various levels of tactics. No, you're good, because yeah, tactics, and it depends on at what level do I consider tactics, or the definition of tactics, I should say, not me considering it. I don't admit that. It's when you're dealing with individual soldiers. That's tactics. When you're dealing with armies, then you're talking about strategy. Because when you're not actually talking about, okay, I pull the trigger, or I aim at his head, or if I swing a sword, that's all tactics. And when you go with, if I get a 10-man squad and you're going to assault a building, that's still tactics, because you're talking about individual men. But when you say, I'm going to take a squad and I'm going to have them go left, and I'm going to have another squad and they're going to go right, that's strategy. And all these miniature games, they're technically strategy, because, you know, the miniature games that I play, we call it tactics because it looks like we're moving around individual men, but we're really not. We're usually moving around clumps of figures on a base, and we're moving those around usually. And so that's kind of like a strategy game. Now, like a game like Bolt Action, where I'm actually moving an individual man that he either goes into the building or he goes over by the hedge or something like that. Well, that's definitely tactical. That's a tactical game. It's just, you know, whatever. I just enjoy the whole competitive nature of, you know, I got my German Fallschirmjägers, you know, and you've got your 101st paratroopers, and you're defending this farmstead, and I'm trying to attack you from the wood line or something like that. Then, and I got to try to figure out the best way to do that. That's kind of a tactical game, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the rolling the dice, see if my machine gun mows anybody down, and then you check to see if your BAR can kill anybody, and yeah, and that's cool. I think I'm gonna have all the cargo picked up before the sun comes up here. I enjoy the camaraderie, I guess you could say, from having my friends and I sitting around a table laughing and joking about who's the better general and stuff like that, you know, and talking smack amongst each other. That's half the battle, man. That's half the fun. You know? And then when you get your ass stomped, like Sunday when I got my ass kicked because I was playing the Americans, Colonials, along with Fredo, we got our butt kicked. We blamed it on our die rolls. Man, these dice suck. You guys cheated. No, but we weren't serious, you know. We were just just messing with them. But yeah, it was fun. Everybody had a really good time. Three of the players have never played the game before, you know, so. See these yellow boxes? Those are really just buckets. You can see that they have nothing in them, so I don't pick them up. You can't sell them or anything. There's no contents. They just take up space in your ship. And that's a Grim Hex box, I guess. Grim Hex bucket. Oh wait, that one's closed. Ooh, is it closed? Or is it just face down? Dang, is that the wind outside? Well, yeah, it depends on the I actually don't know what I'm going to be honest, I don't know exactly what the book definition of tactics versus strategy is. You can look it up if you want. But company level or less, I would say, is tactics, tactical battles. Yeah. When you're talking about a division and then a battalion, those are probably strategy level. But when you start talking about a company level where you're moving around platoons, you're probably in the tactical level. Now, Patton once said, as a commander, you have to know, you give orders, you always give orders to one subordinate below you, one level below you. So if you're like a platoon leader, you have to give orders to your squad leaders, but you have to know where 2 levels below are positioned. So like if you were a division general, you would give orders to your regiments, but you don't like go and give orders to company commanders. I mean, that's micromanaging, right? So you give orders to your battalions, or I'm sorry, your regiments, but you need to know where your battalions are. You don't need to know where your company are. You don't need to know where your squads are. You don't need to know where the individual men are. And that's what Patton said. Is that a box? Is that an empty box? It doesn't look like it's empty. Yeah, it might not be empty. Let's go sell some of this stuff. See what I picked up. I'd like to take it, you know what I'm going to do? I'd like to take it and position it on my ship, but, you know, just grab the stuff and... What just happened? Oh, I one-handed it. Okay, immediately went to one hand. Don't fall through my ship or I'll be upset. Okay, so I'm not going to try to position it because something's going on. Now, another genre of gameplay I like is aerial battles. But I've kind of gotten away from the board game aerial battles games because they don't really feel the same as like when you're in the cockpit, you know. They feel mechanical, like, okay, I move my guy here and I move my guy here and I shoot, and then I move my guy here and I move my guy here and I shoot. It's just not the same. Okay, I'm in the air, so let's go. Whoa. Now, where am I going to sell it? I'm going to sell it at Olisar because... I'll probably get the best price there. But to get to Olisar, I'll have to do a slingshot. I did that again, sorry. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That's what I want to do. So I'm looking at the right of my screen where the orange dot triangle is. Once that's not orange anymore, then I will turn that way and jump. Yeah, this week I've had, I have a lot of time, a lot of work schedule is what I'm saying. This week I have a lot of hours. So, it's crazy. I'm going to have to go pretty soon because I have like a really long shift tomorrow. And then Wednesday I've got another really long shift. It's cutting into my figure painting time. You know, I want to get these Napoleonic guys painted up at some point and on camera. I'm also going to soon. I'm going to paint this Umber Hulk for my Dungeons and Dragons game. Actually, I'm thinking about just getting a bunch of Umber Hulk miniatures and painting them and selling them on eBay. Because a painted model sells. You get more money for a painted model, obviously. But I am going to take my 15 millimeter. I'm going to take my 15 millimeter Napoleonics and sell those. And I think I'm going to take all my. Where is it at? Can you see that? Robotech models. I think I'm going to sell those on eBay as well. I did the Kickstarter backer for Robotech, and that's what they say about a lot of smart people. But yeah, I did the Kickstarter backer thing for Robotech about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It might have been longer. It might have been 5 years ago. And like within a year and a half or 2 years of me doing the backing, I got my first wave of miniatures. And that was like 2 or 3 years ago. And so I built all the models, I painted them, I was super excited because I was expecting wave 2 to come out within a year. Well, it's been 2 or 3 years now, and they still don't even have a company to make the figures. Yeah, now you're referencing George C. Scott in the movie Patton. Patton wasn't crazy He was not a doctor. There's a difference. Oh, there we go. Turn green.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Where is the planet? Ah, there's my icon.
Quantum drive is now on.
All right, we're gonna go into Port Olisar. Hopefully, it doesn't glitch me out of existence or whatever. Yeah, Patton has issues, but he's not
Missile launch.
crazy.
Quantum drive is now off.
Yep.
Landing gear down.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Automated landing.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Nice. Yeah, it's always good to have, you know, allies that you are comfortable with, because if, you know, there's that thing about the enemy of my enemy is my friend or whatever. Well, that's not always true, because the enemy of my enemy could also still be my enemy. So, yeah, it's good to have people you can relate with and stuff. Okay, let's get over here. Welcome. What if I don't want to? What if I want to go over here and sell my stuff? Okay, we'll see. Some of it might not even be sellable or whatever, you know. Sell. Or they might not even count any of it. Might have been a waste. Okay, there we go. I remember which one. I remember that one. And I've got, how many units of that? Probably 6. Look at that, 6. Yay, I just got rich off of that. 6 UEC, or 9 AUEC. Okay, but there was Alki. Wonder how many of those I've got. Ooh, I had 1 box of that. Okay, so. But that just gave me 61 for 1 box. That's pretty dang good. Iodine's probably going to give me like 6 credits or whatever. Nope, 50. I had 2 boxes. Okay, that's why it's 15. Okay. So iodines. Got it. And then the gold. How many units of gold did I pick up? 1 box for 145. Okay. Wasn't a bad haul. Rescued some people, or reported some people dead, basically. And picked up some cargo and talked a little bit. Alright guys, well that's it for me tonight. I have to get some sleep so that I can function at work tomorrow. I'll be on again tomorrow night though. I don't know if I'm going to do my painting video though. I might do that tomorrow night. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. I'm going to start organizing my French armies on the table over there so that I can oh man, I'm going to have to figure out a way, some place to put them once I list them on eBay, because I plan to sell them. I do have 1 billion trays. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Alright, so, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell those on eBay. So my whole night tomorrow night is probably going to be occupied. So I'll catch you Wednesday night. You guys have a great night.